Hey everyone, fantastic news. Our friends over at isotope.com's Cyber Savings Week starts right now. You'll get discounts on RX, Ozone, Nectar, and Neutron Plus. You can get the Solo Elements products for $29 each, the entire Elements suite for $99, and much, much more. You know we love these products, and I know you will too. Head on over to isotope.com and start saving now. That's isotope.com. Enter code FRET10 at checkout. Enjoy.
John here, and we've got a new sponsor, DistroKid. Now that you've finished your latest Pirate Math Sponge Core Twitch trek, it's time to get it out there so everyone can hear it. DistroKid helps musicians get their music on all the major streaming platforms, and artists keep 100% of their royalties. And because you're a High Gain listener, you get 30% off. Just go to distrokid.com/VIP/highgain. That's distrokid.com/VIP/highgain. And now DistroKid has an app. The DistroKid app is available for iOS and Android. You can download it at distrokid.com/app or in the app and Play stores.
Oh, hey, it's me, Ed Peterson.
Oh, hi, Ed. It's me, John Kiltica.
How's it going, John?
It's going pretty damn well.
Cool. It's the High Gain Podcast.
In beautiful West Seattle, yes.
Yeah, we talk about guitars.
Yes.
We talk about Ed's favorite guitars exclusively. Yes. Remember when we did that top 10 guitars we've ever done?
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Remember what mine was?
Yes.
Epiphone Coronet.
Yes.
It was a 59, maybe? Something like that.
I think it was. You loved it. I believe that was episode 46.
Really?
Yeah.
You looked it up.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And this is that.
This is brand new from the fine folk in Nashville, because this is U.S. made.
I am really stoked that they are bringing some Epiphone back into the USA.
Yes.
Really stoked. I watched a Gibson Epiphone PR-y kind of video about this guitar.
Uh-huh.
And it made me like this more than the old one.
You know what? Right off the bat,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
It's got a slim taper neck.
Yep.
Instead of the baseball bat from the 50s.
Yep.
Great call.
Yeah.
It feels great.
Yeah.
It feels really good.
This is the slab body one.
Yes, and they wisely made it slightly thinner.
Like a third slimmer. And it also dropped the weight from 9+ pounds to just over 6.
They made all the great calls.
Yeah, I think this thing's rad.
Beverages, Ed.
I don't know how I feel about your new toy. I got to be honest.
The Boss vocoder pedal?
Yeah. It either needs to be on all the time or none of the time.
Or never the time?
Never again time. Yeah.
What are you drinking, Ed?
Oh, I got coffee in a Crow mug.
Yes.
And I've got a Athletic Brewing Run Wild IPA, the blue one. We love the blue one. Yeah. The standard. This is my go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I've got coffee also.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a Poppy.
You love those.
The prebiotic soda.
Do you have a stock in Poppy? Big Poppy?
They should sponsor us.
Man, why don't they?
Somebody's missing out.
Somebody's getting a lot of free advertising, and it's probably on us.
Wow, this is grape. It's really good.
I don't think I've seen the grape before.
It's time to love soda again.
I've just been a little conscious of the things going into and out of the temple.
Yes.
And I don't think I've had a soda, a cola beverage. It's got to be over 2 years. I don't know what would happen if I drank
What
a
would this
Coke
poppy have to do?
to make me drink it.
Yeah.
Even my eyes from over here, I saw it's 25 calories. That's pretty good.
What are you looking for in fat?
0?
This has 0.
Okay.
2 grams of dietary fiber, 5 of sugar.
Yeah.
So
They try to do some weird math. They'll say it's like carb neutral. They subtract the dietary fiber from the total carb count.
Yeah, like with carbon credits.
Exactly.
I'm polluting the hell out of it, but
Yeah.
it's okay. I bought carbon credits.
Right,
so
right. I paid $18. So,
yeah, it's cool. I'm allowed.
you know, we did the vintage silhouette and then we did the new silhouette.
We did.
And I was like, oh my God, the new silhouette, so much better than the old silhouette.
Uh-huh.
We just did the Gibson Victory. And I was like, I'd rather have the old one. I'd rather have an 81 Victory. Probably, I'm generally like, I'd rather have the older one, the vintage. I think this might break that trend. This might be like the silhouette, where I'd rather have this than a 59. I think you can get these inexpensively, relatively speaking, for
Yes.
a USA-made guitar.
Yes.
Where a 59 Coronet is just out of reach.
Yeah.
And I think this is maybe cooler.
I think it's cooler. You mentioned the difference in the weight and the thickness.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a big difference to me.
For sure.
The original was 1 3/4 thick. This is 1 1/8 thick.
Yep.
You wouldn't think that makes that much of a difference. Apparently it does.
Yeah.
And the thin neck, as I mentioned, feels great.
Yeah.
So I thought we might just revisit where this came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 1957,
Okay.
you'll recall Gibson and our man Ted McCarty.
Oh, Ted.
Yeah,
How did we lose him? Not a fishing guy. Not the guy dying on a fishing boat.
no.
Not a plane guy. Not dying in a plane crash.
I don't know. I think he just,
Peacefully in the night.
into the history books.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Gibson bought Epiphone in 1957.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first things they thought they would do is start to plan for solid bodies using the Epiphone name. And so they planned for the Crestwood
Okay.
and this Coronet.
In addition to the stuff they were already making, like the Casino.
No, they only bought Epiphone in 57.
But Epiphone was making stuff.
Epiphone had not made any thin lines
Okay.
until Gibson bought them.
Okay.
Yeah, they were all the big fatty jazz boxes.
Okay.
So it was Gibson that went thin line, solid body with that brand.
Okay.
So they started planning for that. And in 59, that's what they did. They introduced the Coronet. That year, in 1959, they shipped 237 of them.
That does not seem like a lot.
For something that's brand new, I don't know.
That seems low.
Pre-internet days.
How many guitars were getting shipped out of Chicago?
Yeah, true.
You know,
True.
a whole lot more than 200
Yeah.
in a year,
Yeah.
right?
They had the one pickup. You could only get it in black.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah.
Any color you want.
As long as it's black.
Love it.
That's right. They had the New York single coil pickup. The coil was lying on its side.
I remember that.
You're in a car
Uh-huh.
and you're going around a racetrack. That's a normal coil.
Uh-huh.
Now you're in a car doing one of those loop-de-loops.
Oh, right.
That's how the coil was.
Loop-de-loop style.
Loop-de-loop.
Okay.
Wraparound bridge tailpiece.
Mm-hmm.
And that pickup, that's what you had.
Can you explain to the listeners at home, not for me, because of course I know,
Yes.
the difference between a stop tailpiece and a wraparound tailpiece beyond the aesthetics of it?
The wraparound tailpiece acts as a tailpiece and a bridge in one.
Yep.
If you were to take these strings and not wrap them around the top, just go straight through, they would be too low, and you would need a separate thing to act as a bridge to make them high enough.
Yep. There, for the viewers at home.
Which leads to a point of contention with a lot of players. On guitars that have a separate bridge and stop tailpiece.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge makes the strings as high as they need to be.
Right.
And the tailpiece is where you put the strings in.
Yes.
Some people will wrap around the top anyway.
That was actually my
Yeah.
question.
It is a different break angle.
Uh-huh.
And I think in general terms, you want a greater break angle.
Okay.
You might not want to do that.
Yeah.
But there are other people that swear by that.
For me, aesthetically, the wraparound looks cooler.
Yeah.
So just generally, even if you've got the bridge, break angle be damned, it looks cooler.
Yeah, sure.
You know? What colors does this come in today? You said back in the day, any color you want as long as it's black. Did they stick to that?
No, they didn't.
Can you get it in cherry?
They went to cherry. Early on, they didn't go to cherry till 60.
Mm-hmm.
63 is when they offered Silver Fox,
Thumbs down.
which was like a transparent green
Oh.
with the grain filler that was white.
Oh. Maybe that's cool.
It's pretty damn cool. You don't see too many of those.
Okay.
Sunset yellow, California coral,
Mm-hmm.
and Pacific blue.
Ooh, Pacific blue.
But that wasn't until 63. Before 63, black or cherry. Before 60, black.
By 63, they also did the whole Batwing, right? The pickguard changed and stuff. They changed the body. How long did they do the slab body versus the rounded?
The slab body didn't last too long. They changed to the rounded body by, 60. So it was only a year.
Yeah, and the slab body's so much cooler.
It's pretty cool.
So much cooler. And I kind of like Gibsons with the Explorer or 6 on a side style just because it's very not Gibson.
Uh-huh.
When I think of Gibson, you think of 3 on a side,
Got it.
right? I think of Fender is 6 on a side, Gibson is 3 on a side, generally. So then when Gibson does 6 on a side, I like it more. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So when they switched to the newer rounded body style, they went to that weird headstock where it's 6 on a side with like the Batwing
Yes.
kind of shape to it.
Yes.
Don't like that. I actually like this way better.
This is cool. And the
Like,
badge on
the
here.
badge is awesome.
Do you remember what the badge is called? Just look at the shape of it. It's called a bikini badge. Because
Those
it looks like
guys.
the lower half of a
Those
bikini.
guys just smoking their cigars, just the marketing dudes.
Yeah.
Monsters.
You, give me another martini, and you, give me that napkin and a pen.
Mm-hmm.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
Okay, boss.
If you went on a public beach in 1960 and someone were wearing a bikini with that cut, oh my God, they'd be thrown in jail.
That's a little high cut.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's no Annette Funicello.
no, that's not the swimsuit down to the ankles kind of thing. It's a little thongy for 1960.
But 1959, to provide you with some context, Ed,
Okay.
Hawaii becomes a state.
So we took over the sovereignty of the great nation of Hawaii.
Yes.
We dethroned their king. The Dole Pineapple Company went in and took their land from the people of Hawaii.
Yes,
And we've yet to pay them back.
that's right.
Got it.
But it's not all good news. The invention of pantyhose,
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
nylon tights.
You know, John, again, I'm an old man. I'm glad these things don't go out into the airwaves so
Oh,
people can hear them.
Yeah, nobody's
right?
going to hear this.
Right. But I think the invention of pantyhose, that is a blight.
They were not originally called that.
Except
Oh.
for comfort and convenience, of course, pantyhose are far better, and I apologize. Remember eggs?
Legs.
Legs that were in the eggs?
Yeah.
Do they still have those?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
a thing?
But these were originally marketed as panty legs. I guess that didn't roll off the tongue.
I think it's great. Panty legs.
Yeah. Yeah, in 61, they changed away from these carousel knobs into regular Gibson
See,
style
they go.
knobs.
Why does everything get worse over time?
They
You know?
got rid of that badge, too.
The bikini badge?
Yeah, and they just went with the silkscreen logo. You could get by then an optional Maestro vibrato.
Also, thumbs down.
Yeah, me too. All those changes, what does that get them?
Mm-hmm.
499 shipped that year, 1962.
Damn. Across all colors, all models,
Uh-huh.
500? Holy smokes, that is terrible. Wasn't there also a thing, I'm pulling out of the memory banks, shrinky brain, wasn't there a thing with Gibson and Epiphone and where they could sell them and where they could market them?
You are correct.
Gibson destroyed the Epiphone brand. Gibson did not try to make that a successful platform.
No, they used it to backstop their own territory agreements with retailers.
Yeah.
So if some retailer had the territory of, say, West Seattle, I am the only one that sells Gibson in West Seattle. Oh, crap. So then there's another person that wants to sell it. He can't do it. Gibson would love to have the income. Well, how about this Epiphone? By that time, early 60s, this would be competing with the Les Paul Juniors.
Right.
So Joe Blow is selling the Juniors. Man, I wish I could sell the Juniors. Here comes Ted McCarty's boys to talk to me about this sweet Coronet.
Yeah. I imagine they put more of their marketing dollars behind the prime Gibson brand and
sure.
not the Epiphone brand. Wasn't there also the deal that like the equivalent model on the Epiphone side was always priced at pretty much an identical price point? So it's like, oh, you could get a Gibson Les Paul Jr. in TV yellow, or you can get this Coronet for the exact same price. And surprise, only 400 of them have shipped all year.
Yeah. They must have felt like they were between a rock and a hard place because, on the one hand, if you lower the price of the Epiphone, then that's not going to help perceptions. But on the other hand, they are being made in the very same factory by the very same people using the very same parts. So I can see them thinking, there's no quality difference. Why should it be less money?
But they're also not putting the marketing dollars into it. They're not pushing the product. Could a Gibson dealer carry Epiphone?
That's a good question. I do not know.
Yeah.
I wonder what the perception was back then, late 50s, early 60s. It's like, where is it made? Oh, same factory. Really? Yeah, it's American made. I wonder what they told people, like, well, why would I want this or that?
Pre-internet,
Yeah.
there's no TV ads for Epiphone, probably.
Right.
Maybe if you get a magazine, there's going to be maybe 20 to 1 Gibson to Epiphone.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine it's almost like in 1960. There's a comparable Epiphone. I didn't know that because there's only 500 in the entire goddamn country.
Or worse, they are aware of Epiphone and they're like, wait, the Jazz Box guys?
Right.
Isn't Epiphone the Jazz Box guys? No, we bought them. What?
I think the worst of any corporation, generally. That's just my default go-to. Oh, they intentionally screwed over this brand. They probably didn't actually.
They were probably trying to figure out how to shoehorn it in.
Right.
You want to hear this thing?
Yeah, I do.
Let's see. Tone in the middle. I'm clean right now.
Mm-hmm.
It rings. It holds. The pickup is probably not even an inch in front of the bridge. So let's see what happens when I go super tony. Now let's try to get that necky equivalent.
That's pretty necky.
Good range. Put a little of that 1981 DRV drive on there.
It's just a rocker. This is the perfect punk rock guitar.
When I think of this guitar, I think of the Hives. He's got an original 59, and it's so cool because it's beat to hell.
Yeah. This thing is just in pristine shape. It looks great.
It's brand new.
I think it would look super cool, really, really jacked up. you get your first ding in the guitar. This one I would actually feel pretty bad because it looks so good, pristine.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Throughout the years, they made incremental changes like the ones we've talked about. The knobs, the badge, the pickups, all of that, the addition of finishes. But by 1970, Gibson outsources Epiphones to Japan. The last 20 Coronets left Kalamazoo in that year.
In 70.
In 70. So there are 20 1970 Coronets floating around somewhere.
Huh. That's cool.
For a total run from 59 to 70 of 3,373.
That's wild.
So they did kind of pick up the pace a little bit.
The switch from the slab body to that rounded body thing.
Yeah.
That was a year later?
Yes. There's only 237 roughly of those.
Right.
Not very many.
I wonder if that was the marketing guys just going, oh, we need to have a Les Paul Jr. compete. So we're going to make this with the slab body. The second gen of these does not look like a junior.
Maybe that was their idea. Like, if we can differentiate more, the choice will be clearer to people.
Yeah.
Even if it is only just style points.
Right. I guess that makes sense.
But before they switched from the slab, then that 1 year 1959 ad. There he is again, breaking windows, taking names.
Yep.
Ed in his smash and grab time machine that neither smashes nor grabs because he's going to politely
pay for it.
So in $1959,
$129.82.
$120.
God damn, Ed. I wish I wasn't so good at this game. You don't even have to read the answer because it's going to be so goddamn close. It's like, I might as well just tell you exactly what it costs.
Right. Save me some research time. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is that today?
Yeah.
That's the next question.
Yes.
120 has got to be, is it like $3,600?
It is not.
No.
$1,300.
Oh my God. What am I doing?
The market disagrees with inflation.
Right. Yeah. Smash it and grab it.
Yeah.
Grab the fuck out of this thing. I'm on the reverb machine. Here I go. There are 0 for sale.
Well, there's only 230 of them in existence anyway.
The last one sold $96.56. 10 grand.
Yeah, there you go.
Spec-wise, what I want is that guitar. 2 pickups? It's just confusing.
You never know where to look.
Yeah, 2.
So these have been reissued a little bit over the years, but were always imports. So this being a U.S.-made model is new for them. It's 2024.
It's really cool.
You gotta try it. Try and decide. Is it hello or goodbye? Buy or deny?
It's black and white, the appropriate colors. It's only got 1 pickup.
Yeah.
It is the spitting image of its ancestor. Maybe even a little thinner, a little lighter, and easier to play.
Yeah.
The USA-made Epiphone Coronet, Ed. Buy or deny?
Buy. Everyone should buy this guitar.
I think so.
Everyone should support USA-made Epiphones.
Yes.
I'm super into that. And yeah, this was my favorite guitar we've ever done. The 59 was the favorite guitar we've ever done on this show.
Yes. This is really great, and I agree with you, Ed.
Yeah. $8,500 less than
An original?
Than an original.
Yeah.
That seems like a steal. You're losing money if you don't buy this guitar. Listener, can you afford to just throw $8,500 in the garbage?
Economics with John and Ed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is free advice.
And $8,500 with inflation the way it is now,
oh my gosh.
You might as well be tossing like, what, 20 grand?
Exactly. That's exactly right. So the reissues are black and cherry. Is that it right now?
Yes.
Okay.
The cherry looks great, but the black is the way to go, I think.
Yeah.
Ed and I have lots of caveats and lots of things we want to see and don't want to see and would do or wouldn't.
Change nothing.
Yeah.
Change nothing.
100% no notes.
Right.
In 1 pickup rock and roll machine land, yeah, this is kind of perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm going to take pictures of this, even though there are only 2 knobs and 1 pickup, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, so I should do that.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Uggs today.
You never did wear the Uggs with the short shorts and the mesh t-shirt like you said you were going to do.
I did say I was going to do that, and I didn't.
You know, for anybody at home keeping track of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a little follow-up for you.
No, I broke a promise, and I apologize.
It's not like I was going to be there to see it. I was just going to look at the pictures.
Maybe I did do it, and I just didn't take pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, great. Okay, we're going to run it by fine folk over there at the Ruinous Media Network of music-related podcasts and sundry goods.
The acceptance committee?
Yes, they have acceptance criteria, and we try to follow it.
Right. We got to make sure we're following the specs.
Yes.
Cool. Should we do this again in like maybe a week?
Yeah, a week sounds good.
Do another one?
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Cool. Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.